Daddy's going to get your phone?
Yes, Daddy's going to get my phone. I left my phone upstairs.
Is your phone upstairs?
In the room, yeah. So Daddy's going to get it for me.
So he's going to get it for you?
Yeah. Let's see. Hi guys, how you doing? Today we're going out to just run a few errands.
Oh, Daddy's
No, that is not back. This is upstairs. But yeah, I wanted to talk about. What's funny?
Oh my goodness. Okay, let's go home. Okay, let's go to China.
I think I should do a day into Soteria's life.
It's a trampoline park.
Thank you, Father. I say, Father. Thank you, Lord, for my phone. It's like kind of designed to crack you up, isn't it? Savage.
Technically, I'm somebody's father. I'm two people's father, so.
Yeah. Soteria turns everything to a song.
Mommy,
Yes.
let's knock on the door.
Hey, no, we don't do that.
We don't do that on the glass.
Sorry, Mommy and Daddy.
That's alright. Baby, watch the
Sorry,
road.
Mommy and Daddy.
That's alright, baby. Hi, guys. This is going to be a vlog style sit down video. I'm about to gist you guys about my experience of getting scammed in Canada. Almost getting scammed in Canada. Who am I? $11,000. Anyway, so it all happened one day, chilling, minding my business, and I hope the sound is good. And then I get an email, right, for a potential brand partnership. And then they wrote the details of the email. I feel like calling them out. They wrote the details of the email saying that, it will require me to create a keynote speech and then take 2 pictures, right? And then they're gonna to say the remuneration was $1,500, which will be paid in 2 installments, dollars, right? And on surface level, that is like small compared to what I would charge. But they now went ahead to say they would also send us equipment, send me equipment. I'm saying us because they wrote it like there are other digital influencers who will be also doing the same thing, right? So they said they would also send us equipment to the tune of $3,800, and the equipment including ring lights, camera, iPad, what's it called, everything we needed to shoot the keynote speech. They said they were going to send it to us, right? So I'm like, okay, no problem. And that comes to what, about 5-6K, right? Then the juicy part was, because we're going to be the ones shooting the content, they said they were going to now buy whatever we shoot. And buyout is a common term as well in the influencer industry that people charge a lot for. Buyout or usage, they call it. So if you work with a brand and the brand also wants to use your content, they pay you extra for that, right? So the juice was on their own buyout, and they said they were going to charge buyout for $6,000. So everything came to 11K. Now the part that was dicey to me was they included the 3,008 for the gadgets. They included it in the payout, which was 11K. So from the word go, that already raised a brow for me. I'm like, if you're going to send me, it wasn't clear. Let me just put it like that. Like, you said you want to send me equipment, but why are you putting it in the buyout? So in my head, I'm like, okay, maybe they're seeing it as, because it's something I get to keep. They call the equipment and media kits for the what's it called, campaign, where things like t-shirts, mugs, handbands, merchandise, they called it, because they would want us to wear all these things. It was like a pad for women, or women pad initiative that they wanted us to shoot. It was going to air in the United Nations, everything, but the email was excellently put together. I will not lie to you, it was sellable. So I'm like, okay, this looks like something I would even love to be a part of. And part of the application was, they said, if you even have any experience in like NGO work, you should put it. And I put it that, oh, I have a foundation called Solutions Foundation, where we cater to indigent pregnant women and underprivileged kids. So I mean, I'm the one for the job. And in like less than an hour, they replied me to say, oh, that's good, send 2 pictures. I did, like, where they were like, okay, so we'd like to move forward. Well, then the guy said, looping in legal so you can sign the agreement. So again, he copied another person, legal, like a well thought out scam, guys. Copied another person, and it was the legal, right? So the legal too jumps in to say, okay, this is the document you need to sign. I read through it, and in fact, after like 2 hours, they messaged me saying, just checking back, have you been able to read through it? So I'm like, not yet. I was going to send it to my lawyer friend. In fact, I didn't even feel the pressure in the beginning. I was only raising a brow for that gadget clause, right? So but I didn't send it to my lawyer friend, but I took my time, I read it, and it looked exactly like what we had agreed on the email, right? So I'm like, no problem. I signed the contract, I sent it to them. Once I signed the contract, looping in, what did they loop in again? They were looping in each other. So after I signed the contract, they looped in finance. So that was the next thing. Looping in finance so that you can get paid. So they were going to pay me the first installment, the first half of the work that I haven't done, which also raised the brow for me. They were going to pay me that and also the gadget fee according to them, right? So everything came to about 4,669, half of the 1.5, which is $750, and then the gadget fee. Everything came to like 4,669, and before I knew it, the guy sent me a check. So I'm like, oh, I'm an influencer, but I have a company, like I have an incorporated business for all my work. So you won't be paying directly to my personal account as you have asked for my details. I will give you my company account. So it was like, oh, we need something to be sure that this is your account. Could you send us your, what was it I said, ID? Yes, in fact. So I sent my health card, which has my picture, and they were like, oh, it's not coming up on their system, I should send my PR card. And as I'm saying it, I'm even thinking, could this still be legit? But guys, that's to tell you how much of a scam that these people are, and how well they understand, yes, the assignment and influencer industry. So anyway, I'm like, okay, I send my PR card. I mean, I send it for verifications all the time anyway. That's a nice Ferrari, actually. I love the color. That's like teal blue. Sweet. Anyway, so I send in that, and it was like, okay, confirming that you're the owner of your company, and they asked for the details, like how do you want the bank to carry the name. So I sent it to them, and this guy sent me a check of 4,669, right? So in my mind, again, I was confused, like, if you say this is the cost for the gadgets, why are you sending me the money? I remember telling my husband that maybe they want me to pay, maybe they'll give me instructions on how to, Ferraris, not small now. They're actually 2 Ferraris in front and behind, red and blue. Sweet. Anyway, as I was saying before the Ferrari rudely interrupted, I was telling PG that maybe they want me to, like, I remember saying maybe they're trying to, you know how they just lump up the whole sum because it's a UN project. Maybe they're trying to just pay us more as influencers. My point is that part wasn't really clear to me, I'll be honest, because I kept wondering, why are you sending me the gadgets money if you call it gadgets money, right? Long story short, they sent it to me, 4,669, and the first time I couldn't clear the check. Now the way checks work here is you take a picture. You can literally take a picture of the check on your phone, on your banking app, and then the bank credits you. For a while the money will be in your checking balance but not in your available balance, and then ideally once it gets processed you can have it in your available balance, right? So I tried it, but the check, it was like a mobile check for them, as they called it. It wasn't working, and they backed it up with, oh, you know, because of COVID, they don't want to send physical checks to addresses and stuff. I mean, that made sense. So I went ahead and I put it in my bank. The first one didn't go through, like my bank app wasn't accepting it. So I told them, and then the guy was like, I should write void on the check and send it back to them. Can you imagine that kind of scam artist? In that swiller. Do you get that I should write void on the check that didn't go and send it back to them? So I'm like, okay, no problem. I do that. I sent it back to them, and all of this happened over like almost 1 week, because obviously I'm busy in my life as well, doing other things. And I feel like that's the saving grace that God used for me, right? So anyway, I sent it back to them, and then in less than an hour, it sent me another check to say, oh, you know, with instructions, print it in colored copy, make sure it's under a black background, everything. I followed everything. Oh, look at that couple. Oh, let me not feel people without their permission. Anyway, they're wearing like helmets, but that just looks sweet. They're both on a bike. Yes, baby. Are you okay? You want to take a picture too? But mommy's not taking a picture. Mommy's making a video. But I'll take a picture of you in a bit, okay? Let me take a picture of this girl. If not, she'll not let me finish this video. I should take a video of you. Okay, here you go. After hi guys, what comes next? You can't really complete my gist, can you? It's your gestures for me. Anyway, as I was saying, tell me about, you know, all the instructions I should do and how the check will clear. So I'm like, no problem, I do everything, and actually the check cleared this time around on the bank deposit. It showed me 4669, you know, so it was in my checking balance obviously, but like I said, you have to press details to see that it is not in your available balance. And then truth is, this was a Friday, and after like 4 hours I go check again and I see that the money has cleared. I was even telling Fiji that, hey, the money has cleared, oh. And it was like, nice. Like, what's your concept for the keynote speech? Like, kind of putting ideas on the table for the work, right? Since it seemed that they had paid. So they said I should send a confirmation right after payment, which I did, saying, okay, the money has cleared now, kindly move forward with the next steps. Now, next step was they looped in the very first person who messaged me and said he will order me on how to get my media kit and stuff. Then the person goes to say, oh, you need to send 2,500 to so account, Interact account, email account, to order your media kit. And I'm like, okay. I mean, this was the third line I had before, like, that you guys would tell me to do, but that's strange. But in my head I'm like, well, the money is with me anyway, so not a big deal. Like, you're not she said, where are we going?
Oh, where are we going? Oh, sorry.
Anyway, so how did I stop stuff?
That was what you thought they would do, ask you to send the money.
Yeah, so I mean, your money is already with me, so nothing to lose. But I was just still surprised, like, what kind of transaction is this? Why not send the money directly and just ask for my shipping address and send me the media kit? Anyway, I was busy again with life. I didn't go ahead and send the money on that Friday. And then the major shocker comes on Saturday. I'm like, who works on Saturday? I wake up Saturday morning around like barely like 2 hours into starting my day. I get another email prompting me to confirm if I've sent the money for the media kit. And I'm like, Chile, calm down. But obviously, because the money was with me, I'm like, okay, I get my laptop, babe, let me send their money to these people before they will start disturbing and pressuring my life. And thank God that I'm a numbers person when it comes to my money. Like, I know my figures. Like, I'm one of those people that can, or maybe because I used to be a banker, I can almost know how much. Actually, I might not know to the hundreds and the cents, but you, like, I will wake up and I'll tell you the 1,000 I have in my account. So anyway, I grabbed my phone and I'm going to send the money to the email, because again, that's the logical thing to do, because I had seen that money in my available balance. And then as I open my phone, I just see that nope, it's not adding up. This is not the amount that was in this account with their money. It's not adding up. So I went to check and I saw that the money, even though it was available before, it had been recalled. It had been recalled, guys. Like the bank, so apparently maybe the bank credits you and credits you to your available balance, but obviously they will still do their back end due diligence, right? Which I think when they did, they realized that maybe the account wasn't either funded or maybe it was even a scam account or whatever it is that the bank noticed. I still intend to actually call my bank to find out why they took the money back so that I can give me more clarity on this. And obviously, as I saw that their money was not in my account again, there is no way I was going to send a penny. So I messaged immediately to say, oh, your check has been recalled and there is no money in my account anymore, hence I cannot send any money to anybody. What are you doing?
Taking long to see it.
Say what?
To see it.
To see what you were doing. Please, they face your road, my love. Anyway, so I messaged to tell them that. And obviously at this point they knew that this girl has gotten them. Then they replied to say, oh, it just got they just got confirmation that the slots, yes baby, it's so hot. It's okay. It's okay. The hair took the impact. It's okay. Thank you. But what's the solution? The sun is not in her face, but it's on her skin and on her hand. Summer lava.
Sorry, baby.
Literally everywhere is so hot.
Hello?
Anyway, so it replies to say, it just got confirmation that the slots are filled, or they will contact me for better opportunity. And I replied in 2 sentences, hey, God pass you. Because I'm like, that was a close call, guys. Imagine if I had been proactive or in my normal self of being on top of things, and I wasn't slowed down by momming or wife duties or even my other work responsibilities, and immediately I got the available balance, they sent me an email to send money, and I'd gone ahead to send their money. I will not be messaging hello, and then they now record the money. I'll not be mailing hello, ping, your money is not coming through. Like, nobody will reply me. They'll probably even block my email. And that's when I now went to check the address. I realized that the address wasn't even clear. It was more like a parking lot, even though there was a building close to it. I'm like, that was a close call. But for me, it was the fact that it was a very calculated scam, like too good to be true, just because you wanted to take 2,500 from me.
They paid for domain name, like.
Do you understand? They paid for domain name because you see their websites. They're not on Instagram though. But I'm like,
very, very calculated.
Wow. So please, if you're an influencer, especially if you're in Canada, don't fall victim for this scam. It's a great scam. They're going to scam you, take your money. Like, even though sometimes as I'm saying this, I'm like, wait, maybe there's an atom of truth in it, but the truth is, it is all a scam. There is nothing called Pad for Women Initiative or whatever they claim to be in Halifax, Nova Scotia. It's a lie. It's a big lie. They just want to take your money. So I hope this helps somebody, and I know that you people like this. Help me to thank my God that they did not rip me of my hard-earned money, literally. But yeah, that's the gist. If you've ever fallen victim of any scam or scam artists, let's discuss in the comment section below. See how this girl is fine. One day I will drive range. She's just in her range and on the wheels, white range, white girl. Oh God. Anyway, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Whenever your heart is broken, don't ever forget you're golden. I will find the light in your soul.